Hello. The reflection today is on the Rosary. We're told that the Rosary is powerful prayer, one that can change your life, strengthen the family, bring peace to the world, convert the nations, and win salvation of souls. It was in 1214 that the idea of the Rosary was given to St. Dominic. The Marian apparition was given the title Our Lady of the Rosary at that time. In the Rosary, we meditate on the joyful, sorrowful, glorious, and luminous mysteries of Christ. This is October, and October is the month dedicated to the Holy Rosary. So this is a good time to reflect on the Rosary. A perfect time, what the meaning of the Rosary is, and its significance in our world, in the world of faith. The word rosary means chain of roses. Chain of roses. And the roses are our prayers. The Rosary prayer tells us about the life of Christ and his mother in the church. Many of you probably hold on to your rosary, keep it in your pocket, pray it often, and know someone who prays the rosary a lot. Many elder people, that's a very special thing for them. I have a very special rosary, as you might. This rosary that I have in my hand now, I very seldom take any place but leave it on the dresser where I can grab it and where I will know that it's a safe place and I'm not going to lose it. This rosary belonged to a special person in my life. The sister that I purchased this rosary for has just passed away. She was 86 years old. This rosary is the color pink. Rosaries come in all colors and many different kinds and sizes and shapes of beads. Besides being a pink rosary, this also has gold trim with a gold cross, and the metal is also gold. Now I chose this for that sister because this was her 50th year, her golden year in religious life. We'd never be able to count the number of times that these beads have gone through her fingers. When she was not feeling well, when she was getting sicker and thought that she might die, she was praying very hard on this rosary and praying for the Lord to take her. That was her prayer. But what she wanted me to take from her was to take this rosary back. She told me that she wanted me to have the rosary. And I said, well, when you die, I'll get the rosary. She said, no, take it now. So for my birthday, as a gift, she gave me the rosary back. Well, she did not die at that time. The Lord granted her more years of life. So I, as a gift to her on her birthday following, gave her the rosary back. Therefore, she put many, many more prayerful times on this rosary. A very special thing. All right, so there are many kinds of rosary and many types of rosaries and many stories. I also have large rosaries, which I made, these rosaries, for the elderly sisters when I was taking care of them, because we know our fingers don't want to hold on to things when we get old, so they could nicely pray these rosaries. And speaking of I made the rosaries, we have a rosary here that can be gotten from the Lady of the Rosary Makers at St. Ferdinand's here. They make beautiful rosaries, so if you're in need of rosaries, just see St. Ferdinand's. This rosary was purchased. No, they're not at a cost. You can get them just by asking and use them to pray because of that significance of the praying of the rosaries. Yes, rosaries are something in our lives that give us something to hold on to. We can pray the rosary anywhere, anytime. Maybe we just want to fill our thoughts with God. We can take the beads and fill our hearts with the Lord in prayer. Or maybe there's an urgent need to be present to our Lord. Just turn to your rosary and your rosary beads. Sometimes with the rosary we might focus on the words of the prayers. For example, Gabriel's greeting to Mary, saying, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. One of the prayers that we say as we say each Hail Mary on the rosary. And at other times we might reflect on the mysteries of Christ's life. For example, his birth, his transfiguration, or perhaps the Eucharist. If you only have a little time, well, that's no reason for not saying the Rosary. We might say the Rosary takes such a long time to say, but maybe you can just pray 1 decade of the Rosary. Pray 1 decade of the Rosary, and that will fulfill that Rosary for your time there. Here's a little story about the Rosary. Once I heard a young adult say to me, "I know the Rosary's important. I see so many people with those rosary beads, and their fingers are moving on the beads, and they're praying and praying. But to me, it just seems like saying magical words. What good is that? And something good is supposed to happen. Does it really happen? What's the point of that rosary? Is this going around with the beads actually doing anything for those people?" What would your answer to that be? Your answer to her question, is that actually doing something for me? Well, yes, I believe if you think about it, the Rosary, if you were praying it, would be doing something good for you. Yes, we encourage you to pray the Rosary. It truly will remind us and remind you of the happenings in the life of Mary and the life of Christ himself. And then what can happen in your life? Because God is so good. The Rosary, so important to your life when you're praying the Hail Marys, the Our Fathers, the Glory Be, and when you pray, I believe in God, the Apostles' Creed. Our rosaries can be kept at home in a special place or any way that you so desire. You may have more than one rosary. Of course, being a religious sister, I have quite a few rosaries. Here I have something very special, a rosary box as well as a rosary found inside. Inside here is looks like a large rosary, and it is. It is quite large. It's a rosary beads with the rosary having St. Patrick, and all of the rosary beads have a shamrock on it. That is given to me because I am a person of St. Patrick's descent. No, I'm not Irish, but my saint, being Sister Patricia, is St. Patrick. So sometimes rosaries have a significant meaning to you because of the place you got it, or because of a reason that somebody has given you. For example, me being St. Patricia, Sister Patricia, and this is St. Patrick's Rosary. I also have a small one, which you can get, small rosaries too, which only contain 1 decade. And this also is St. Patrick's Rosary, because of I'm St. Patrick. There again I say. But here, this is a 1 decade rosary, and easier to carry. But once again, we can pray just the 1 decade or pray the whole rosary. So remember in your life and in your prayers that the rosary is a significant part of our lives and does fulfill many, many things in our heart. This, the month of the Rosary. If you already pray the Rosary, continue to do so. If you don't yet do that, maybe you want to start and see what the Rosary does for you. The Rosary is special. In October, a special month dedicated to the Rosary, maybe you will be attracted to such lovely prayer as the Rosary. Pray the Hail Mary and the other prayers of the Rosary, and look to the things that can be a part of your life as we find the Holy Rosary a special way of praying. May God bless you.